Hi everybody. I'm sorry this video has been a long time coming. I just didn't have the gumption, I didn't have the energy, the mental capacity to make further videos until today. I likely will at some point switch over to the other My Nana in Pajamas channel, I guess, if that's what you call it. But I'll let you know. I mean, it seems like somewhat appropriate to still put it on our COVID journey. Only now it's I journey alone. So, as you all know, Mike passed away on Friday. And he was surrounded by family. Not surrounded per se, but whoever could be there, was allowed to be there, was. And I was able to lay down in the bed with him and hold him, and then they brought a stretcher and put it beside so that I could just be there and just lay down with him. So I laid down with him the whole morning and held him as he passed. It was very painful for all of us. And it seems like my beloved had just been failed in so many ways, so many times, with not being cared for at the camp, not being assessed. In fact, he got COVID at the camp. Then not being able to get the medication, and then being flown here when the medication was going to Fort McMurray, and then trying to get the medication, like all of the stuff you've already heard. The transplant denials, the denials for organ donation so he could help others live. Then the doctor brought up to us that we could donate his body to the Department of Anatomy so he could help people learn. And so we thought, okay, at least give Mike the chance to give in the way that he's so, his whole life, just giving to everybody, that at least he would be able to help somehow. And so the following day, on Saturday, I was inquiring about a death certificate because I didn't know how to do that, or I thought I had to receive something from the hospital. And I called, and I ended up talking to somebody from admitting who said, well, I don't, like, how was he able to donate his body? Like, did he sign the forms? And I said, no, I was just given the forms. And the doctor talked to us about it and stuff, and told us all what would happen and that kind of stuff. And if I hadn't called to inquire about the death certificate, I'm afraid to think at how long Mike would have been sitting there before somebody noticed, because they won't take him there, because in the program you have to have signed the form yourself prior to death and been registered and stuff. And then apparently also if you have had COVID, they don't take you. So I only found out 100% yesterday that that was the case. And so he'd been there that whole time, not being cared for. Anyway, so I spent last night with Dale for hours looking for appropriate funeral places, and I just got back from my appointment there, and that's just, again, something that you just feel like, you shouldn't have to do, and at some point in life that you have to, but I'm so not ready for this. And you just get asked some hard questions, and I have trouble deciding if I want a drink of water or not, even. Like, just, am I thirsty? I don't really know. So trying to make decisions is really hard. Anyway, so these videos will continue, but again, I think at some point I'm going to switch them over. I just now want to share with everybody my grieving journey, and if it offers somebody some insight or some hope, then it's all worth it. And it does help me, it really does, just to get things off my chest in a way that feels safe, and that I can just be myself and be vulnerable, and it's okay to be that way. I don't have anyone to tell me that you're strong, it's okay, you'll be fine. Because right now I don't feel strong, I don't feel okay, and I don't feel fine. And I have a lot of work to do. Both, well, on many levels. Certainly, personally, I have a big journey to go on now, to try to navigate my life without my beloved, and to know how to interact with people without him at my side, because we were best friends. And most of my socialization was with him. Any of my existence in the musical community was because of him, and I really hope to be able to get back to that, because music is so healing to my soul, and will also help me with keeping the music of him alive in my heart. And I know it'll be painful too, but I know he would want me to continue, and I really need to improve, because he had faith in me, and I need to get back to, I bought myself keyboards over a year ago, and I haven't done anything with that, to get back to learning to play again. And I bought myself vocal lessons almost 2 years ago, and I still haven't gone through that, and I need to get my vocals back. I used to have a nice singing voice at one point, and then I didn't sing for so many years, and so I've had 2 lessons with face-to-face vocal instructor that I did some background vocals on for albums many years ago, and that's been a blessing. It's been more like therapy than vocal lessons, but she's an amazing therapist as well, and yeah, so I really have to learn to honor myself in those things, instead of making my life so busy that I don't do those things. I have to make time for reading and music and singing and like the lessons, and not just work in school. I have some things to complete on my final project, and then I did start the PhD program that I'd been wanting to do for years and years and years. And stupid, but that's okay. I don't want to quit because I promised Mike. He was really proud of the fact that someday I'll be Dr. Hanford, and I promised him I would continue on with it so he could be proud of me. And I can be proud of me. I need to honor connections with people, and I've made some new friends since being here, the people that were strangers that have reached out and out of nowhere and have been so profoundly supportive, just in little things, but so meaningful. And I need to cultivate those relationships. I also, at some point, want to talk about social media, but I don't think that's for today. I have a lot of thoughts on some of the things that social media can do to a family and to people when they're grieving. But mostly just to say I'm sorry that I haven't been updating. And thank you for those who have been watching and being supportive and sharing in this journey with us and with me. And for those of you that knew Mike personally, I'll miss him and love him, and we just need to keep him alive in our hearts. Sounds such a stupid thing to say, but it's so true, because he just has to live on in our memories and us talking about the perfectly wonderful, beautiful, talented, smart human being that touched our lives for the short time that it did. And I don't even know what else to say. I just feel so grateful to have had him as my husband. He's truly amazing. I love you all, and I'll continue these as I mentioned. And I'll let you know if and when I switch over to the other channel. It's weird calling it a channel, it's just bizarre. Anyway, that's all for now, and thank you again for being here, and thanks for listening, and thank you for the support. I appreciate it very much. Have a good day. That's so dumb too. Love you all. Bye.